Hello everyone and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we are going to have a roll of 1970p Lincoln Memorial cents. These are Mint Cello coins from Mint sets. They've been cut apart from the rest of the set. I got a bag just about like this. So it's 50 of them. I won them off of eBay. The person I won them from had a ton of feedback. So I'm going to dump this out. I'm going to assume that they've been gone through, but if we find some nice stuff, then I will know that this is a good place to buy from in the future. But I'm just going to go through them. We'll take a look at grades, and then we will try to see if we can find any varieties or double dies or anything like that. So I guess we won't have any repunchment marks to look for because this is the Philadelphia Mint. Welcome Coin Collecting with Tyler, and congrats on 300 watch hours. Yeah, I would say, you know, what do you have, like 660? You probably have like 680 subscribers now. You're getting your watch hours really fast along with your subs. It's awesome. I'm just trying to catch up. Do you think someone slabbed this through a thumbnail? 670, awesome job. So I feel like, I know we've just looked at one coin here. These look about like the other ones that we looked at last night here. So you're doing great. You're doing really good, Tyler. Definitely keep it up. And like if things sorry, if things continue to keep going upward like this, like definitely do not lay off the channel. Stay consistent and keep showing up. You know, don't take a week off. I know you might not have a choice in the matter, but that's the one biggest advice I could say is, like, you know, don't just disappear on your stream for like a long time, and if you have to, announce it. Don't just leave people wondering. That doesn't count, Tyler. If you ask me to do, that's not even the giveaway. Slapped. I thought you were referring to I thought you were talking about a thumbnail on your I thought you were talking about a thumbnail on your channel. I was like trying to read it. I'm like, what is he talking about? Yeah, no, you gotta find the video, the video. You gotta find the video, my friend. Not have me say it. I mean, didn't I give you guys like a clue the other day? I think there was like only like so many videos. But I guess you guys have been busy making videos, which is great. I mean, probably it's a better idea to make videos and work on your guys' stream than to be doing the scavenger hunt here. It's probably what I would be doing. I don't know, like I was searching for a good place to kind of like advertise the giveaways that I had. This one looks like it has a really nice front here. Almost looks like a 65. I mean, almost looks like a 66, but we'll check out the reverse. There was one website called Gleam, but I feel like I was reading that YouTube does not like it when people use Gleam, but it's like a giveaway site where people, like, you know, let people know about different giveaways. The clue didn't help. You guys gotta look harder, my friends. You gotta look harder. So I don't know, the big thing that I did today is I finally learned out, I can't talk tonight, it's hilarious. The last short video I did was hilarious too. But I found out how to post videos from my computer onto Instagram. which was awesome because now I can post all my videos onto Instagram instead of just doing a thumbnail or a picture on there and then doing a link to my video. So now I am on Instagram TV too. This one looks super familiar. I don't know if you guys remember from the 1970s, there were two that looked like this. They have like kind of like the little paisley squiggly lines, like a little snail went on the races in this coin. I think it's environmental damage, we're water pooled, but I honestly, I kind of like it. I feel bad saying that, but I do. And so, I don't know, this one's pretty nice too. I think that these ones are nicer than the Denver Mint ones we looked at. Interesting. I'm just curious if these all came from, well, I guess this one has some spots on the reverse. I'm curious if like the 50 over there and these 50, if they all came from the same mint sets, like, or if the person just has like a ton of them. Like, you know, it's like, cause I got 50, 50, and 50. I got 50 Denver, 50 Philadelphia, and 50 San Francisco. And so it's like, I'm wondering if they're all from the same, you know, like if they cut 50 sets up and I got all the pennies from the sets, which would be cool, or if they just, you know, if these are all kind of like, they just have a ton of coins, a ton of Mint Cellos. But I was able to actually pick up a bunch more Mint Cellos today. I got some dates I don't think I've made videos of. I think I was able to get a 1963p 50 Mint Cellos, a 63D, a 64p, and a 64D. So those will probably be here within a week or so. And we can check out some different coins that we haven't had a look at. I think that there's like a really nice double die, and I think it's the 1963D. Maybe it's the 1963 proof. I can't quite remember for some reason. But I have been trying to check the different varieties and stuff before I do these videos. Just because why not? You know, we're already looking at each coin. So why not, you know, take a chance and maybe find something really cool. For this one, I didn't see anything on the reverse again. So I think we're just going to be looking at the obverses tonight. And I'm also going to see, I don't know, with the Instagram TV, it was looking like, I wanted to check before I started this, but I believe there's a maximum of 1 hour that you can do. So I might try to keep this video under an hour. If it goes over, there'll be nothing I can do about it, that's fine. And maybe I read it wrong, maybe there is just maybe it was about file size for ones under an hour, but I think it was 1 minute to 1 hour were the minimums and maximums. So it's like they're kind of trying to like format stuff like a TV show, I guess. But it'll be something I just have to keep in mind while doing these. And I'm going to continue trying to figure out what other social medias to like really work, because it definitely seems to be helping. Like Instagram's already been going really good. Like I've just in 3 weeks I have about 700 followers, and I really haven't even been trying that hard. But today when I set up the IGTV, I was getting like 10, 20 likes like basically immediately as soon as I was posting it. So it seems like a lot of people view it and like it, which is, you know, that's way more. I usually get about 20 likes on average for one of my short videos I do. So if I can get like 20 likes in less than a minute, in like 10 seconds on there, it'll be really interesting to see where that goes, and it'll be fun to put some longer content up there as well. This one's got some cool spots. Never said cool spots before, but these ones you put it on an angle and they all like pop out like little bright lights. I guess this is kind of like that paisley stuff. Almost seems like it's like partially proof. Like the little spots are so bright compared. But I'm assuming that this is probably a red-brown coin now due to that kind of stuff. I guess I'm not sure if we can call it environmental damage. Look at the Is this just super over polished? Like, look at those lines going through. Looks kind of cool. I thought there were scratches at first, but I believe that is just, that's the dye. This is a really bright one. Honestly, I wonder what that would grade. Yeah, I'd say this one's a red-brown. Yeet. But yeah, eBay's been doing really, really good. I saw in one of CoinTable's videos, I saw him at a coin show here, I believe it was here in California. So I guess coin shows are open again. I was like, is this even like recent? And then I could see somebody with a mask on in the background. I was like, okay, this is. This one looks really nice. Oh, and for the nice one, we've got, what was the Mint employee? Look at this, like, yes, I'm gonna select this one. But here, let me first like let me pick up my fried chicken and just like smear it all over it. There's like multiple fingerprints. The fingerprints like make a tic-tac-toe board there. Like, so dirty. So very dirty. This is a little bit better. We're back to average land. A little bit below average. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Like, I mean, eBay's still been really great. Like, I had probably like the best weekend on eBay I've ever had this last weekend. And like for a Monday, things were pretty good today. It was definitely slower than the weekend. But it's going to be interesting to see how things go once. This one looks like it's got a little red-brown or a little toning. Can't quite see with the lighting I have going on, but it looks like it's kind of a red with a different color inside. But yeah, I'm waiting to see how things, like, because like the internet coin sales, like just they skyrocketed during this pandemic. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how, if things stabilize or if this is going to be the new norm. But it's like I bet a bunch of people were whoa, hello. What do we got here? Something doesn't belong here. There we go, sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera. Alright, so we've got an S-Mint in here, folks. It's alright. Just don't let it happen again. Nice. See, I don't know, like I like these. Like, I'm not saying to make sure that I get a bunch more of them, but if I was to have a spotted or messed up looking coin, I think that these are cool. Like they have character. They like almost look like somebody like it just almost looks like artistically made. I know that they're not. I believe it's like environmental damage. This one's got some really nice even luster. It looks like there's kind of like a little spot thingy right there. But it almost looks like it has a shadow, like it's on the cello. What will we get for the reverse? Nice. I don't know, that looks... What's going on at the... No, I think that's on the cello too. This looks like a 66. Nice. I mean, I don't have any trouble getting a Mint State 66. So it's not like, ooh. I mean, I'd have to take a look. I don't think it was a 67. I think it would have to glow a little bit more. But if we're able to find 66s in these, that means that there is a chance for higher graded ones as well. I believe that is a fingerprint on the reverse of this. It almost looks like it's deeper than a fingerprint, but I believe it's just a fingerprint. Apparently nobody was monitoring the Mint employees when they were handling these coins. There wasn't any quality control. I mean, if we're looking at a pack of 50 and like there's fingerprints on multiple ones, I mean, it's like there was such a thing. Like, this was 1970. There was such a thing called professionalism in 1970. You know, they were, you know, trying to pull good coins, you know, to give collectors. You know, these were representational of, you know, like, what a good job they were doing. Like, you know, it's like there was pride in American craftsmanship. Or at least I think there was. But it's like, you know, somebody was ticking, their clock was ticking towards getting to their retirement, and they were just like, I'm over this. I've made 10 billion coins. I just want to retire. You're like, I can do these mint sets while eating a hamburger at the same time. It's cool. Almost feels like more than 50 tonight. But I've got a lot more really nice coins too coming in this week. It's just been kind of a buying frenzy. It's been a lot of fun. Like, I don't know, like the thing that bugs me, like, it's like, I know it's like a double-sided sword. Like, I feel like a bunch of the collections that I keep getting to buy from are because people are dying. And then it's like a bunch of the collections that I see are like people needing money, like, you know, like really bad. And so it's like I'm happy to put a high bid on the stuff and get them a little bit more money. Because oftentimes I'll pay more than other people will for the same coins. Which sometimes makes it a little bit harder to sell the coins, because like I'll pay up to full PCGS price sometimes. You know, obviously I'm trying not to. I'm trying to get some margin, but you know, I know which coins will sell consistently and which ones, you know, I can sell for above the price guide. The guide is a guide, you know, it's not the absolute thing, and it's like if you follow the price guide all the time, sometimes you can't get coins that you want. And if you're trying to make a business of selling coins that people want, sometimes you have to pay more, and then sometimes you have to sell more. I just put a margin on it, and boom. You know, and if it sits there, then, you know, my business is sitting on coins until the future comes and all of a sudden they are the right price. You know, it's like my prices on all my coins might not be perfect today, but in the future they're going to be a steal. And for the most part I put them up and I don't adjust them. And I did once. Like, all my bills increased like in one crazy year one time. Like, everything went up at least 10%, and I was like, I need to make more money, but I'm not making more money. And so I was like, okay, my internet, my electricity, my mortgage, everything's gonna go up. I'm gonna raise the prices on all my coins by 10%. And so I did, and then all of a sudden I was getting like 50% more sales. Like, I was like, what's going on? I raised the prices on my coins, and all of a sudden everyone wants to buy them. It's like, is it like, if you make something cost more, it looks more attractive? Is it people were afraid I'd raise them again? I don't really know what it was, but it's one of the oddest things I've ever done. you know, it was just like, okay, like, I can't sell more coins doing what I'm doing, so okay, maybe if I just charge a little bit more. And when I first started doing business 17 years ago, I tried to be the cheapest on eBay, and I lost money every year. It just, there's other people who are able to sell at way less. You know, they're just, you know, selling out. You know, they're buying inventories, they're buying estates, and they're just, you know, selling them to the highest bidder. You know, the more stuff they can go through, the more estates they can buy, the more stuff, the more chance that they'll get that, you know, super once in a lifetime steal. And I don't have the equity, and I don't have the ability to be going around traveling around the country picking up huge estates. Be cool. That would definitely be fun. This one's really nice too. You know, it's got a couple little like kind of blemished or tone spots on it. Little tiny mark above the E in Liberty. Little, he's got a little cut cheek. Other than that, that one looked really nice. Ooh. The cellophane is feeling old. Almost feel like I can see a little mark above that 7 there. That'll be one of the things we will be looking for. The 7 and the 0 in the date seem to be a hot spot for double dies this year. When we were looking at the Denver one, it was just on top of the 7. But for this this mint from the Philadelphia, it looks like both below and above the 7 are places where the double die can kind of appear, and then inside the 0 in 1970. And I believe there were a couple places on Liberty as well. And if we find anything, we'll, you know, take a look around the coins and see if there is anything good. And it'll be fun tomorrow at least. I believe tomorrow I have the 1970S roll to go through. And so tomorrow we can see if we can find any small dates. I'm almost certain there's not any in there. You know, if somebody's got all these, you know, it's like one of the things I'm sure that if someone's buying all these sets, they're looking for small dates. But we'll see. You know, stranger things have happened. We've definitely been buying, you know, the proof rolls. Is this one a little toned? Just a little bit. It's kind of like silver and goldish. You can see kind of around Liberty. It's kind of like a marbled toning. It's got a very light silvery and then a goldish kind of color to this coin. Like the extreme ends of copper. I think we've got about 10 more left here. This almost, I didn't count these. I never count these. I just assume that they're what they say they are, like plus or minus a coin. I mean, we definitely got a San Francisco mint in here. So it's like accidents do happen, people do miscount, things get mixed. But it almost feels like more than 50 coins tonight. I wouldn't complain if that happened. And I think it was just the one 1970S. It'll be interesting when we go through the 1970S if there's a Philadelphia in there randomly. I doubt it. Yeah, this one definitely had more little paisley spots in it than the other roll that we did last night. So I'm guessing that these are not all, that they don't all match up with the other group that we had last night. But I could be wrong, and you know, different coins could tone differently. All the coins tone differently. I almost feel like these ones have been a little bit better grade too. I feel like there was like a lot of marks on the coins last night. Like the surfaces were much more kind of scratched. It seems like there's a couple on this one which are a higher grade. I think we got two more after this, and then I will take a sip of water and I'll zoom in and turn on the lights. And hopefully we will get lucky. We can't get lucky unless we try, that's for sure. I kind of want to check out the S on the back of the coin. I know I wasn't going to look at the backs, but see, this one looks the same to me. Alright, sip of water. Turn the lights first. Zoom this in. I have to adjust that. Alrighty. Go as the second one here. Yeah, it's just see if I can get focused. It was just a scratch on the S. So here, that almost reminds me, like I feel like one of the double dies had a thing on the end like that. I don't think that is the doubling, but I just don't know if that is damage or if that is like a die marker that happened on all of them. Because I think the picture that I was looking at was a marker. But I didn't see anything else going on with it. And I think that there was a W as well on one of the double dies that had some pretty interesting looking doubling going on it. So that one's got the notch on the end. So that might just be common with these. We'll take a look. I mean, the main areas we want to look at are right above. I wish I had a little pointer thing. Like right above the top of the 7 and right below on the inside. And then on the inside of the O of 70. It seems like where the most double dies are. Yeah, see this, the Liberty there has a little notch on it too. It'll be interesting too to see it, just how well, like I feel like on the inside of the 0170, of the 0170, I feel like my camera usually likes to make it look like there's doubling in there to begin with. So I feel like it's kind of trouble. But we'll have to wait till we see something, you know, nice and clear. Assuming we find something nice and clear. But this is pretty much when it all happens. We either find something or we don't. That lettering was definitely pretty choppy. 7 looks clear. 0 looks clear. This one doesn't want to focus. Sometimes I feel like my microscope, it gets bumped, and I gotta focus it again. That's better. I think that's exactly what happened. So yeah, tomorrow we will be looking at 50. We'll be looking at 50 1970 S's, and hopefully we will find a small date in there. That would be cool. You know, after I make these videos, they just go up for sale on eBay. I just buy them to look at them to like kind of train my eyes so I can get better at this. And so when I find it, if I find something in the videos, I try to take a picture of it so that people, you know, it just gives people one more thing to look at for the auction. And pretty much I'm just putting them back up, and then if they don't sell in a week, I'm lowering the excuse me, I'm lowering the price a little bit more until they go. So it's just kind of first come, first serve. Eventually, someday here, I'm going to start doing bulk submissions. I just really want to look at a bunch of coins before I do, and I want to kind of buy from a bunch of different dealers and kind of find out where the best stuff is coming from, kind of who has the best stuff for sale. And so this, you know, for the next 3 to 6 months here, I'll be doing this. You know, probably for the rest of my life I'll be doing this, but you know, for now this is just kind of like a test drive. This is just kind of sampling things out and just kind of, you know, getting a feeling for all of the different sellers and dealers on the internet, because there's a lot of them. Like, I'll never know everybody, but it seems like there's a lot of big ones, and it's like if I can confirm which big ones have like the best and consistent kind of quality, that'll probably be where I put my money in the future. How's everybody doing tonight? If there's anything else you guys are wanting to, me to look at on here, just let me know, and I'll try to make sure to check those areas. For the most part, it seemed like all the double dies that I was looking for were around the 7 and the 0. And there was one where you could see stuff going on the L in Liberty. But I'm not seeing that so far. It's kind of interesting. I think it's just the way the light hits it, but it almost looks like there's a line going straight down the L. But I mean, you never know what you're going to find when you go into one of these loops. And one thing I need to learn how to do still is I'll be able to get good at just telling the 1970 S large cent and small date apart. I know I feel like I get the basic concepts of it. I feel like if you take like a line and go across the top, it's all kind of even. But I just haven't, you know, it's like I've looked at the books, I've looked at coins that are already graded and attributed, But it's like a different thing, kind of like taking a bunch of raw ones and being like, this is this. I feel good about like other ones. I haven't had, I don't even think I have a 1970S small date. I might have one. Maybe I should take a look at it. But it's like every time one comes around at auction, they're just more money than I want to spend on a coin. There's just always something else I'd rather buy. There seems like there's like a really strong 1970s small date mafia or something. They just do a really good job at making sure the price stays up. Either that or they are just as scarce and as, the price is demanding, and that's, they deserve the price. I hear that there are shortages on the different coins being produced this year. I know that there's been reports of shortages of coins and stuff, but it's like I feel like I've heard that less coins are being made this year. I haven't really seen any official numbers to know if that is true. Just keep seeing like kind of like news story after news story talking about it. So it'll be interesting to see. I saw Jeeping John in chat room, I think on Copper Coins the other day. I think he said he had found like 7,000 W quarters so far this year. Like, that is awesome. That is really, really awesome. Like, I can't remember, I feel like it was like they only made 2 million of them or something. Like, he's got like a really, really awesome collection of them going on. I want to see that one again. I know the late hits, like right at below the, I want to say that we're looking for something more solid than that. Like the pictures looked like there was like a clear little piece of 7 there. Hey Super Silverman, awesome, you're here. Yeah, so tomorrow I have a roll of 1970S. So if you're wanting to check that out, I know you can watch the video later. But if you're wanting to watch and make sure nothing slips by, you're welcome to. I think we also had a 1970S hidden in this roll here. I don't think I missed it. Yeah, this 7 kind of has that same thing, like it's like where the bottom of the 7, or where the 7 meets the top, just has like a little line. I don't think it's one of the double dies though. From the yes, from the Cellos. And yeah, it's right here. And so it's from the same batch as this Philadelphia and the Denver one we did last night. And so we will just have to see if there's anything in there. Only way we're going to find out is if we look. Yeah, you hopefully we find one. Hopefully it's just a roll of them. But the only way we're going to find out is if we look. Is there anything else you recommend looking for? I'll check out. I've definitely been trying to check out the different varieties. Like when I'm doing rolls like this, it's much easier than when I'm doing the Coin Vault has opened episodes. And so that's one of the reasons I've been liking this, is just I'm getting to learn more about the coins themselves. It's hard to see the similarities of one coin when you're just looking at 1 or 2 of them. But when you're looking at them over and over and over again, it's like they really start to grow on you. And so I've really been enjoying I'm gonna try to pick up a bunch more. Yeah, it's gonna go up for sale on eBay after. Sometimes it takes me a day to get posted. I usually don't post them right after the stream because I'm tired, and usually my streams end at night, and I'm not wanting to post an auction at like 10:30 at night or 11 at night. It's been my experience that there's just nobody really bidding. People are sleeping, and being in California is definitely not the time. The week. Okay, is that so? If you see like the IBRD is just like way weaker. Oh, I'm sorry for the small date you're talking about. Yeah. I thought you were talking about for a variety on here. Is there something to do with the way the 7, the top and bottom connects as well? That like, say like on the 7 here, there's like, like where the top and the bottom meet, there's kind of like, I don't know, I want to say crosslet, or where like the two of them like go, that there's like kind of like a diagonal line that goes up on one of them. But we'll have plenty of time to look at it and check it out tomorrow, that is for sure. But I don't see any reason why I won't be able to do it tomorrow. I know it's not my regularly scheduled stream time, but it seems like at about 9 o'clock I've been able to pretty much consistently stream. I haven't been guaranteeing the streams. Usually I was, letting people know just a few hours before I knew I could, but I haven't had to cancel a single bonus stream yet. Strong L. The large looks like 2 sticks put together. Okay. That's what I thought. I just not feeling quite confident enough. I mean, I'm pretty honest that I am still learning here. Look, I'm lost on this coin. Yeah, I've got a lot to learn still. But that's one thing that's been cool about doing one day at a time, one mint at a time, is I'm getting to learn. Slowly putting the pieces together. Yeah, we haven't found, last night I don't think we found, there was a couple things that looked like they might be an RPM, but they weren't solid. So I mean, so far we haven't found anything like superiorly awesome in either of these rolls. Nice. I'll have to read that book, Super Silverman. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to check it out tomorrow. I think I found a couple for the 1970D, but they weren't. They were the kind of like RPM where it's like, is this machine damage or is this an RPM? I didn't have a check to look it up, or it didn't have I've had like 50 projects going on this last week. It's just been intense. I've been loving it. Like, my sales on eBay have been getting bigger and bigger. I joined like the eBay partner program. I set up, I'm now doing video on Instagram as of today. Like that took me a while to figure out because I do everything on my computer. I don't use the phone. Am I fuzzy towns? Sorry guys. Let's see if we can fix this. No. Let's try that. I just like looked over at my other computer and I look like a ghost. Oh wait, I always look like a ghost. There we go. Okay. So I go into the microscope mode to turn on the camera and everything is bigger there. And so I end up staying there and I just forget to leave. We got a fuzzy one. And I don't think we ran into that 1970S here. There was at least two that you saw. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I listed that one up for sale on eBay today. And I was able to purchase some more Mint Cellos. I got a 1963, a 63D, and a 64P and a 64D, all Mint Cellos. So I'll be checking those out tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, not tomorrow. I'll be getting those in by the end of the week. And so those were some dates. I don't think I had a chance to go through a full roll. So those will be excited. Is it 1963D that has like a really cool double die? Yeah, two 1970D RPMs. I think that's what I remember. But I didn't have a chance. Like sometimes I get off and I go and I check right away. And sometimes I have like 10 other things that I was needing to do. And then it just kind of falls by the wayside, which is not how I should be running things, but I will get a better pattern. Like still kind of adjusting to this whole pandemic, like let's change up life all over the place. But things are pretty good. Will we find that 19? Oh, I think this is it. Let's see. Strong L, weak Liberty. Dun 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 dun. What's it? Is that an RPM too? Is that a small date? The 7 looks like it's below the top of the 9. Like the 70 is like flat, like the large date is like flat against the top and bottom, right? Is there a 1970 small date RPM? Do those happen? I don't know. I'm just zoom out to your level 1. Okay. I don't know, that looks like it's below. Like the Liberty definitely, like the L is super sharp and then the rest of it is like gone. I don't know, like I mean it's not the best, you know, it's probably like one of the least qualities. So that was just like a random like small date in a bag of 1970Ps. What do you say, like MS63, MS64, like red brown or something? Crazy. Well, let me finish these last. There's like four more, and then we'll go back and look at that one. Shape of the 9 is what makes you think. Yeah, it is so say for this, like this one looks like the 7 is below, and maybe I'm thinking of the wrong coin too. But for the Denver and San Francisco, are they all? I'd want to say they would all be small dates. Maybe it's just a completely different die that they're using. Well, I'm just trying to get focus back. It kind of threw me for a loop there. Or is it that there are small and large states for the Denver and Philadelphia, just they're of equal proportion, so that like, well, I guess if there were multiple varieties, people would, they would, you know, be labeled as such. So for Philadelphia and Denver, I'm sorry, yeah, for 1970, yes, they're almost all large, right? Like the small date is much less. I just didn't know if that for Philadelphia and Denver. Oh, okay, it's even for Philly. So I guess it's just curious to me that why, you know, I can understand there not being a premium for one. But why people, if you know people want both the small and the large for the San Francisco, why they still don't want the small and large for the Philadelphia and Denver? Very fascinating. Well, we're learning a little bit tonight. I mean, like, sorry, I'm like moving all over the place. Like the O there, or the 0, looks like it's way over the top of the 7. All right, let's go back. We'll look at this 70S here again. Yeah, it's hard to see it on this. Like I don't see that like kind of like place, like the 7 looks like it's 1-7. The 7 looks like it rests below the top of the 9 and the 0. Not sure why we're having such a hard time seeing the 9 here. Yeah, sometimes I feel like some things are rarer than the numismatic community leads on as well. Hmm. So yeah, I mean the L looks awesome here. I know you were saying the Iberty is weaker. Like the L looks awesome. Like it's a beautiful L. I don't know if there's anything else on here that's helpful to see. Is there anything that's helpful for you to see? We can zoom. I don't think we looked at it just, or maybe we did look at it this close here. And then alright, I even forgot, like the S on here, like the S totally looks, like is there a RPM for this one? Or is, I mean, I don't think that's machine damage. I forgot to look to see if the serif is split, or if it's just there. So you're thinking I should maybe not just like sell this one in bulk with the rest of the rest of the fillies? I guess it doesn't belong in the filly roll, does it? I'll have to advertise this as a roll of 1970, four or one shy. You think it's a normal punch? No, I'll have to go and look at some 1970 small dates. I think I might have one, but I'm not even sure. I can't. I think it's the proof 1970 small date that I don't have. I think I have like an MS64 um, small date. If my mind is right, maybe I have a proof 64. But I can try to compare it to it underneath the loop. And tomorrow I have a full roll of 1970 S's, so who knows, maybe I want to guess that the person found it in this and separated it and then it like fell into these ones. So don't just sell it off as a bulk coin. Alright, I won't. I'll have to figure out what to do for the stream. Alright, everybody who's watching this, thinking, yeah, this roll apparently is a roll of 49 1970 Ps. Sorry, it wasn't as advertised, so we'll have to make that in a mental note to add that into the auction. But apparently there was this 1970S in here, so it's just a roll of 49 1970 Ps for sale. And we will have a roll of 1970 S's tomorrow. Who knows, maybe that one is one short and that's where this one came from. Maybe I should count them out. This roll did seem like it was a little bit big here. And so I probably won't get up to posting this on all the other social medias tomorrow. When I post this on eBay, I guess I'm going to post this as a roll of 49 1970 Ps. And I do apologize for anyone watching from eBay later when this is an auction video. I just wasn't expecting this coin to be in here, that's for sure. So thanks for watching a roll of 49 1970 Ps. And if I'm able to find another 70p laying around, I can throw that in here to make it a roll of 50. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here just because I wanted to check out putting this video up on Instagram TV. Thank you, Super Silverman, for your advice. Good night, Tyler. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody else watching. I wish you guys awesome nights. And I will be back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for a bonus stream of the 1970 S's. Thanks so much, Super Silverman. Really appreciate your advice and expertise. And I will see you tomorrow. Look forward to it. Good night.